But we're talking about effort. We're talking about a team that has this Rumble already locked in. And, I mean, otherwise here you're probably going to grab an AD carry rather than looking for a blind mid matchup. Ooh, the Thrash is a really nice takeaway.
Yeah, finally we get to see Effort's Thrash, and this has been terrorizing other teams in the LCK. We haven't gotten to see it in the first couple of games against Gen.G, but finally the Prio is coming through on that selection for their team, so they forego. You know, it was set in the third place pick there twice in a row, but this time around with that taken away, they will go for the Thrash, as Diana is going to be the choice.
Not a strong pick in any regards, whereas you look at Gen.G's comp and you're like, well, this can work with no matter what support they lock in last.
Yeah, the Kog'Maw, one of those last pairings that you might expect, as the Blitzcrank is a troll. And with the Gnar hover here, you would see that going to the top lane and then rotate the Renekton into mid. So that's another option that they are considering here, and that's going to be the lock-in.
This draft looks very weak for Liv Sandbox right now, and just getting completely outclassed with Gen.G's red side. The Renekton Prio not working out here whatsoever. Braum definitely going to give you a lot of fallback here. Going to give you a lot more stability in some of those, you know, mid-game skirmishes. If Renekton's top in this case, maybe you can actually lock down the Lee Sin if he tries to trade aggressively. Okay, this might be a bridge too far, though.
No flash on BDD, but we do have Clid coming over as well. Fate getting a little bit low, looking to get some of that health back. The Haymaker isn't exactly good. As First Blood comes in, Clid goes in for the kill, but now Fate looking to run down this Diana, who does have double buff, but Fate is Renekton and is easily able to win that trade and pick up the double buff for himself.
Yeah, BDD, he got away with it the first time, but the second time he doesn't have flash. It's actually a really proactive play from Kroko to come in and actually look for that second kill, knowing the flash is gone, and seeing BDD's positioning is stayed.
And gone for that scuttle on the bottom side. The Diana took the top side, and now BDD's caught out again. We're going to have to see how this happened, but it just feels like he's not really handling this lane very well.
Yeah, and this is a bit shocking, to be honest. Like, it goes against everything that I was kind of leading into in terms of being able to actually snowball against the set with Renekton. It's so rip up. See the Lee Sin coming down.
All right, well, just stacking for the death sentence makes it easy, but now the teleports are coming in. Effort in an awkward spot. Rascal looking for the kill on a Prince. This is what you were talking about. There's no peel for this Kog'Maw. He's going to go down eventually. Survives for a long period of time, but it does not matter. Now looking for the turn here is Liv Sandbox as Kroko comes in, and he's burning literally everybody on the bottom side as Ruler is now on the run. And Liv Sandbox, once everybody finally gets into the fight, they absolutely stomp Gen.G and take down everybody but Ruler.
And it's terrifying that this fight goes so well for Liv Sandbox. Despite the early lead in the fight for Gen.G, they're able to take out Prince, but it just doesn't matter. Once the Renekton gets into this fight, it's all over in an instant. And this is actually a lot of extra gold going over to the Rumble, especially Gen.G. This is just how this game is going to look, right?
Okay, here we go. Looking for the target. As the wards will come in, Kroko just going to flash. He says, no, I don't want to have to deal with potentially dying to a couple of control wards. And that's a big fight because it's right before the Cloud Soul.
Yeah, and that one Ocean Drake is getting a significant amount of value actually after all that chip damage.
True. Look at Summon's position though. Look at him right now. He's behind the enemy team as the Gnar comes in, a 3-man guard on the wall. But where is the follow-up? It is non-existent, but at least BDD is cut off from his team, but so is Summit. As they both go into their stopwatches, they will trade their lives. But look at this. Look at the health bars on the side of Gen.G. They can't fight after that one, and Liv Sandbox will take the Cloud Soul.
Absolutely the trade you want to take here in the 1-for-1 here if you're Liv Sandbox. They're going to take the Cloud Soul, and they're going to try to rotate over to Baron too. Prince does so much damage that he can actually kind of solo this as they rotate away. He's got a Lantern here too. Gen.G looking to set up. No vision here.
Okay, if they can blow up Fate, maybe that's the play, but he has a stopwatch. There you go. There it is again. The best item in the game is now we're trying to assassinate Ruler. And Renekton takes down the Braum. This is just finally, the tension has been...
It's hard to pinpoint like one player is carrying this team. No, they're playing their composition so well. What a terrifying Liv Sandbox we're watching right now.
Yeah.
Like not just the state of the game, but just with, like, they don't make mistakes right now in this game.
Yeah. A lot of teams in the LCK are kind of leaning into that as a big equalizer. Finally, BDD is just going to go in for it and immediately die. as he tried to do something. Maybe he could have waited for the Nexus turrets, but I think the result would have been very similar. As now they're going to be knocking on the door of this Nexus. They clear out the waves very well, and you see Rascal trying to find something to do. Prince will die. Just like that, you can see that Ruler is incredibly fed at this point in time. The rocket is not enough to kill him, but it will push Liv Sandbox back and give Gen.G another chance.
One more.
Take down the last inhibitor potentially, or even just the turret and go with that.
I mean, it looks like Gen.G might have survived long enough to get an Elder Drake fight here. It's certainly on the cards right now. Yeah, survives.
The flanking Rascal trying to come in, but Summit is able to hop away from that one. And the death sentence would have been exactly that, but he does have the stopwatch as the engage comes in. Nice counter engage. The Diana goes in, and they get the wombo combo. They get the backline. They find Prince, but Fate is still alive. And now it's Summit 1v4, but he can't do it. And have they actually taken back this game? They need to potentially save their base. As Rascal's going to go back.
They have to make the call. Rascal's going to go back. They're going to group for the Elder. There's still all of the inner turrets up right now, not to mention the inhibitor turrets here, as this is actually going to be very frustrating to deal with. Rascal comes back here. The base will be fine. But is the Elder Drake enough is the real question. It gives Gen.G a lot more that they can do with the map. They can actually now clear some of the vision. They're the ones who are going to be able to make some aggressive plays now for the first time in what's been about 18 minutes. Gen.G will find one perfect team fight. Rascal starts this off, and like you said, he's not able to get the engage there on the Summit, but the re-engage is really where this all comes down. Rascal has the stopwatch, and you see a huge commitment in here from Fate.
Look at this.
But look at Set, okay? Diana Set.
It all comes back.
It all comes back to the Set, Valdez.
Yeah.
And the Haymaker here just does so much amazing damage in every scenario. It doesn't matter what the items are. It doesn't matter what the team fight looks like. If the Set gets the Haymaker and every single member of Liv Sandbox, it's just too much. He's just like, this is it, right here. I mean, that's the power that we've been talking about the late game.
You gotta look at live.
Yeah.
We have the Baron going down here. Baron and El to teleport. And he might be forced to come back if they begin to push the Nexus turrets. And that is exactly what they're going to do. They're going into this one. The teleport is coming in from the Renekton. But now Summit on the backside, they still have the Elder for 10 seconds. And now they're able to take down the Gnar. And in goes the Renekton. He'll be taken out. And I think Gen.G will be able to take this game down. The Elder is just too strong for the last 10 seconds. And they make it happen in 40 minutes. As they make a huge comeback to take this series and continue the undefeated streak.
What a massive play from Clid there to bring this game back. The Diana ultimate is just what they need to win one single team fight, get control over the map, and force a defensive, awkward setup there for Liv Sandbox between, on one side of the map, you've got Fate trying to split push and threaten the Nexus turrets, but Gen.G are decisive. They know they can push to win. They have the empowered backs on Baron too, in case things did go a little bit hairy there on the top side of the map. They were going to be able to come back, but they were just so incredibly decisive there. You saw Summit try to get the angle there for the engage to try to trap them on the side. Fate comes in with the flanking teleport. He has to come back and defend, but the Summit engage is poor. He's blown up so quickly in this 40-minute game. But he's full build, by the way, mind you. It's a full build Gnar. Just instantly is deleted. The Elder Drake, not even a factor in how quickly he died. It's a 5v4 fight with tons of damage. And in one way, it's a really heartbreaking loss here for Liv Sandbox. But on another way to look at it is, Liv Sandbox have had two great series back-to-back against top teams here. And this is the Liv Sandbox that we said had a lot of potential coming into the summer season, potential finally being realized. And